St. Harper. Welcome back to my hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and I hope you guys have a great and successful day, and hopefully the stuff that I'm going to be talking about today makes your life a little bit easier in terms of why there is the death of personal style. So I feel like the death of personal style has been affected many different ways, and I want to start off with the fact that there are trends. Though trends can be something great and wonderful, they also have their pros and their cons. Where some trends can be something that you can carry on, that's like something that is a little bit more easier to maintain, where it can carry on into different years and be that one staple piece to your wardrobe that does not ever go out of style. Where there are also some other trends that can quickly go out of style. A lot of people hyped it up at one point and then it just comes crashing down, and nobody wants to wear those outfits ever again, or they also like to pretend like they never existed. I think the death of personal style has died a long time ago, because I feel like everything is based off of what's trending, who's wearing this, and why this is just the best trend, and this is this trend of this year. And it doesn't make any room for people who want to still incorporate their personal style or just have their own style in general, or even set trends, because a lot of people follow trends, but I think a lot of people forget that there's people who had their own personal style to even set that trend that we all love and follow today. Some ways I would say to bring back style, because I personally have my own personal style and I still like to incorporate trends, because I'm not going to say trends are like a really bad thing, because it's just really based on how you use it and how you go about purchasing certain things for a trend. Like if you are following a trend heavy and like it randomly just one day or overnight goes out of style and no one ever talks about it, is it something that you seek value from it? Are you able to use this in your other wardrobe pieces? Are you able to restylize this for maybe the next and up and coming year? Or is it something that you wasted your money on? So I would say, if you're going to follow trends, make sure you are being responsible in terms of the amount of money you spend, especially for my girlies that are on a budget and your goal is to save and also still have the fun of spending and being on trend. Definitely don't buy into just buying it because it's a trend, because in the long run you're going to waste money if it does no longer trend again. And even like some people find something that is extremely trendy and then they try to go into resale, or they try to stylize it for for within whatever trend is trending the next year. Or maybe it's something that, because sometimes some trends can be, I would say, very costly in terms of the long run, because you can buy something and then you try to resell it and it was so trendy like 2 years ago or the last year, and then no one wants to even buy it. So there you wasted your money. You can't even stylize something from that trend because it's something that either is totally out of style or something that just is off and on. Like maybe it'll be back on trend. You're not even sure if it's going to be back on trend. So you're wasting your money. Definitely setting a budget would be really, really good if you want to be on trend and also still keeping your personal style. And that's why it is so important to keep to your personal style and your personal taste before any trend, because you want to be able to maintain your own style, whether it's something that's trending or whether there's a huge trend or not. You want to be able to have your own personal style throughout any year, throughout any look, throughout any season. You want to be able to carry that into the next year, into even the next month, or even down to weeks, because like we know, trends can be extremely interesting and then they can just drop. Like it's almost like you have to like look at like the analytics for like trend boards and graphs. Like they even had something like that. I don't even know if they do, but probably not. But that would be really helpful if they had something where we can see like, okay, so in 2024 the trend was this and we'll be carrying this into 2025. Like there's a lot of articles, but it would be really helpful if there were like some type of analytic like graphs and boards we could look at, like search it up on Google so we have an idea. And I'm gonna really look and see maybe there is something like that. But just so I don't like waste money, because I know personally my goal is to still keep my personal style and still also play into some trends, but by my own choice. I would also say when it comes to personal style, make sure you also like organize or categorize what your personal style exactly is, because you can have your own style and it can be multiple different niches, styles, trends. Like your style can be like gravitated towards many of different styles. So just navigating that and just making sure that you are very organized in terms of what your style is can also save you money, and it also can basically like narrow down what your real authentic personal style is that you gravitate to, and that you're not just doing it because it's a trend. Definitely making sure that you think about looking into mood boards, thinking about looking into style boards, even hiring a personal stylist. Like I was a personal stylist and I was helping so many people, changing so many lives with just them finding their own personal style and putting trends and what's the most interesting and the most popular towards the back. Because the first thing you have to figure out is what are you called to, what is your style, what do you click to, what's like your best friend in terms of style, and not just based off of a trend. Because if you base it off of a trend, like I said, you can one, waste money, or even if you don't have a budget, you still aren't going to be able to rewear every last piece you may have in your wardrobe or closet, and then you'll just be so tired of it. Because like I said, some things are in style and they come back years later, or most of the time they're just flat and they never come back in style. That's why it is so important to have your own personal style and just not allow your own personal style die out because of a trend or trends in general. If that personal style could also be dead is because when you go on Pinterest, like Pinterest is a lifesaver a lot. And I absolutely love and adore Pinterest. That is without a doubt. But I would say if you're on your personal style journey and not based on trends, I would say stay away from Pinterest in terms of their trends, because you can get caught up in thinking, oh, this is in trend and I thought this was in trend, and it can be so mind boggling and it can be confusing and it can just really give you migraines and a headache, honestly. So just try to stay away from what's trending, because even with that, some of the trends aren't even the trends that are of the year that you're in. Like I was the other day, I was looking at Pinterest 2024 trends, Pinterest 2025 trends, and when I clicked on the 2024 trends, surprisingly, I saw stuff that looked like it was from 2022. And I'm like, wasn't this trending in 2022? And it's just sometimes confusing, but even with that, like I said, some things that were trending from 2, 3, or even a year ago are coming back. And sometimes stuff that's from now, I'm sure in 2 or 3 years from now, or even the next year, it is going to be out of trend and nobody's going to want anything to do with it. Like I said, making sure that you are really dedicated to what is your own personal taste and style, and shopping based off of that, because you do not want to waste not even your mind on what you would think is the best for a trend. Because I remember when I was doing stuff or just impulsively buying stuff because I thought it was on trend, just to find out it wasn't even on trend and it was too late, because I felt so weird wearing whatever I bought because no one else is wearing that. And it's not even like it's something that's unique and cool and you're like, oh, I have this really cool outfit and no one's wearing this. No, there's a difference between being very unique and outdated. There's a total different look to that. So I was like, I feel so weird. Like I'm walking around in something that was a trend like 3 years ago. And I thought it was trending. This is a long time ago. And I thought that it was trending and I'm wearing this and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And just to find out, I am a little late to, or a little late to the trend, chart or standard. So definitely making sure that you stay to your personal style and not caring as much about the trends, because trends come and go, they stay, they don't. You don't even know where you are in terms of the trend chart because it changes so much. It's almost like it changes overnight. And I would say that definitely making sure that you stick to your personal style, making sure that you're not just following trends because they're trends, and also what I wardrobe, you are being very, very smart about your decision on what type of wardrobe you are building for yourself, because personal style can also have its pros and cons, because you can have so much great and wonderful styles. Like you like this color, you like this texture, you like this pattern, you like so many different things. And when you go to try to find something in your closet, guess what? You can't find it because you have so many different tastes and things, so many different styles, that it is becoming disorganized and it is overconsumption of different stylish things. That is not a bad thing, but when it's time for you to go pick out something for your everyday, you can't find anything because you have so much stuff and you have become a maximalist. So definitely making sure that you are narrowing down what you pick out and how you go about that, and really being smart about your decisions really make or break how your wardrobe is going to turn out, because you can have a million one trending things and you don't know what to pick from, or you have a million one stylish different things, but when it comes to your everyday casual outfit, you can't find anything because everything you have is extremely stylish to the point where you can't even wear a casual outfit. To wardrobe specifically, capsule wardrobes, that can be a hit or miss, because when we think of capsule wardrobes, most of the time we think of there's a style, there's a niche to it, it's minimalist to nothing, and if you have more than 30 clothes, you cannot participate in that trend. Once again, that's a trend and it doesn't work for everybody, and you have to be open to that as well. But making sure that if your goal is to do a capsule wardrobe and you have a million one different outfits and clothing and shoes, and you're just almost like a maximalist, you're gonna take that down a couple notches if you want to actually have a capsule wardrobe. If that's your thing, then definitely go for it, put your all into it. You definitely have to be extremely organized, and I believe from what I've heard that most of the items are neutrals. So if you're a neutral girly, you definitely will love a capsule wardrobe. If you're into being extremely organized and very much in detail, you will like a capsule wardrobe. And that's just one type of capsule wardrobe. There's also the other type, and I've personally have tried this. I've tried both of them, and neutrals are not my strong point when it comes to tones for my type of tone, undertone. I definitely would say for me, it's still a form of a capsule wardrobe. I just like to make sure that I am still getting in the personal items that I like in my wardrobe and my own personal taste. And I feel like when it comes to a capsule wardrobe, that it can be stylish. You can add color. You can make your own personal style. And like I said, making sure that you realize that that personal style isn't exactly dead if you have your own taste in it, if you have your own input in it, and your own opinion, and you don't just go by a trend just because it is trending and you have basically no say so in whether you like it or not. You just do it because it's a trend. Making sure you put yourself first when there's any type of trend is extremely important when it comes to fashion in general and period. Just making sure that you put yourself first and you are very confident in how you go about that trend, and making sure that you budget, you're saving in terms of the type of trends, and you're just really doing something that makes you feel good and feel. So this is the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. And I'm so happy and so blessed that I was able to do a part 2 of the depth of personal style, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.